Gaffer, narrow 1-0 defeat home to Crawley Town this afternoon. How frustrating was it to not have got something, at least a point, maybe even a win from today's game?
Yeah, should certainly have got something from the game. Thought it was flat first half, which was a bit of a mystery to me. I thought we trained well Tuesday, Thursday especially. Thought we'd provide more of an edge all over the park, and we actually conceded a sloppy, sluggish goal where we didn't get to the ball quicker enough, and it opened up, and players these days are technically good enough to bend one into the far corner if you allow them to have time and space to do that. So that was a poor goal we conceded, and we weren't flowing at all first. There's times where you won't. Any team in the land won't always flow, but you don't concede a sloppy goal like that. So that was poor, but we were still in the game at half time. That's why we didn't come in all guns blazing. We just said we've got gears to go up, and we did that second half. But at the end of the day, we didn't get the goal. We didn't have that moment of quality. We were too reliant on Stephen Duke McKenna, and we need other areas to go through the gears more, because it's been a couple of games where people have gone a bit quiet.
Like it's obviously not a great time to have conceded, change the complexion a little bit of the game instead of going in at 0-0, 1-0 down, you're chasing a little bit. But how pleased were you after the break? I mean, what was said? Was there any changes, or was it just a case of trying to shift mentality to actually, the players come out different after the break? Because you saw the energy, you saw the talent come out after the break.
No, it was trying to read each situation as you see it, and they were quite quiet at half times. They walked in, and I didn't want them beating themselves up, to be honest, and then it being a heavy defeat. I thought, we just knew, as I said, you're capable of much more. There will be situations like Chesterfield were 2-0 down at the break last week and they fought back. There's 45-50 minutes to go for, and you've got the quality, you've shown it. We've reacted and responded well in adversity a few times this season and bounced back. I expected us to do the same. We did, in terms of performance level, up to in and around their penalty box, and there were a few oohs and ahs and nearlies, but nearly it's obviously not good enough because we didn't score.
Can you pinpoint what we maybe could have done after the break to convert that into a point, or all three? I mean, you look at the shots, we outshot, I think, 20-12, maybe 6 shots on target to 1. Expected goals we dominated as well. So we had the territory, had the possession. Anything particular we could have done maybe differently?
Well, the final ball was poor. Sometimes we drift past players, and we've got ability from wide men and a gifted number 10 to go past players with ease at times. But then the final ball was often missing, or we didn't attack the far post. But these are things that we have to continue to work on, and believe that players can execute the game plan, and the game plan always means finishing it off, finishing passage of play off, which when we're on the front foot. I was disappointed that the intensity shown in the second half wasn't really there first half. We were a little bit jittery, a bit quiet. But as I say, you want that intent, you want that intensity. Not every team is going to be as intense as our second half, but credit to Crawley. They defended for their lives and blocked some good shots, but the quality was missing at the end of the day in terms of the end product.
Made one change heading into the game today. Bobby Fortner coming in for a league debut, obviously played in the Carabao Cup. I think his performance today vindicated that selection.
Yeah, I do. I think he showed his athleticism, his real desire to win the first ball, and his pace to cover around as well, and he's got a refreshing attitude towards the game, and I think he's got a good future. It's obviously chalking off games, building up the experience to build his know-how up, on match day, but all signs are good.
Okay, and finally, we just got a quick turnaround, I guess, in terms of the Virtue Trophy at Mansfield on Tuesday. What are you looking for from the side heading into that game?
A win, really. It's showing the same intensity second half as we did. In the first half on Tuesday as we did in the second half, but we have to complete a 90-minute job, and it's about results. We have to go out and fight. We've raised expectations with performance levels, but we don't want to battle it out in the bottom half or bottom third, which you can soon do. If you lose a few, and which we have done now, and you're looking at it, go well, right below mid-table. We want to get on that exciting run again, build up momentum. It's not far off in terms of passages of play, but it's a challenge to the players and to us all to be better, so that we've produced a good
Yeah.
and get results, and that's what we want.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks, Gaffer.
Thank you.